Daniel, obviously, we'll talk about the challenges that Dallas' defense presents.
Yeah, they're good defense. They're fast and physical. Good pass rush up front, and good players in the back end. They're smart, instinctive, and make a lot of plays. So we'll have a plan for it. We're confident in our ability to attack them.
Daniel, what does this opportunity mean to play Thanksgiving against the Cowboys in Dallas for you, national TV?
Yeah, I think it's a huge opportunity for us. It's a divisional game against a rival and on Thanksgiving. So huge game, huge opportunity for us. And, we've got to go out and play our best ball, play as well as we can, and, see how it goes.
Daniel, how do you kind of handle and combat the ever-revolving door of players that have kind of been coming in and out at receiver and tight end and things like that because of injuries?
I think those guys who've stepped in have done a great job, learning what they have to get up to speed and catch up, and then stepping in and making a lot of plays. So I've got a lot of confidence in our guys and those groups, and they've done a great job all year.
How important is it for this team to bounce back quickly here, Daniel?
I think it's extremely important. I think, throughout the year, we've, shown ourselves as a resilient group, a tough group, mentally and physically, and this is an opportunity to show that for us. So we're excited for it, and we're looking forward to getting down there.
And when you look at last week's game, did you feel like, other than the two picks, that you had played a pretty good game? Maybe one of your better ones, except for, obviously that takes a lot away, but
I think anytime you turn the ball over twice, it's tough to say you played well. So I think that's the biggest thing for me, is taking care of the ball and making sure we're avoiding those situations and not putting our defense in a bad spot going on the field. So looking to clean up those things certainly and avoid making those mistakes.
What is it that makes Micah Parsons such a threat and force out there? Look at it from a quarterback's perspective.
I think his athleticism, his speed and strength, and just how hard he plays. I think how hard he rushes and how hard he runs to the ball, and he always seems to put himself in a position to make a play with those things.
When you have a lot of injuries that impact the people around you, how difficult is that for a quarterback to adjust to new faces on the fly? Is that something that's challenging for you to have to deal with?
I think it can be in certain situations, but like I said earlier, I think our guys have done a really good job stepping in, knowing what to do, getting on the same page, and then going out and executing. So I think our coaches have done a good job getting everyone up to speed, helping everyone learn what they need to learn, and then when guys have gotten out there, they've made plays. So I think it can be, but in our situation, guys have done a really good job in those spots.
is there a challenge? Obviously, the wide receiver has been a big focus because you've lost so many, but is there also a challenge of rotating offensive line, the shuffles that have been made there, and what's that challenge for you?
I think it can be a challenge also. Those guys up front and just getting on the same page as far as protection, identification, and how they communicate up front, getting everyone on the same page. And we've had a good week so far of practice and communicating those things and getting on the same page. So guys done a good job.
Daniel, short week, injuries piling up. How big of a challenge is this against a Dallas team that's really improving right now?
It certainly is a challenge, but I think it's also a great opportunity for us to show who we are, show what we can do, our toughness, and we're looking forward to going out there and playing really good football. So that's where our focus is.
You're both 7-3, but if you listen to people talk about it, it's almost like you're on completely different levels. Especially they're coming off this big win, and you're coming off that, the loss. Do you guys even notice that, or how do you guys even make sense of that when you hear that from an outsider?
That's certainly not something we're focused on as a team. I think our focus is to prepare as well as we can, to play as well as we can, and that's what we're going to do. We're confident in our ability to win games, to compete, and find a way to make the play down the stretch to win the game. So that's what we're focused on. Focus on ourselves. We'll have a plan for them and what they do, but focus on ourselves.
When you look at the kind of playmakers they have on the other side, is this the kind of game where your athleticism and mobility could be an important asset for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it can be. I think it, we'll get a sense for the game and how they're playing, what their plan is, and adjust. But I think you look at the first game, and that was certainly a part of it. So we'll see.
Daniel, when the defense is keying so heavily on Saquon in the run, is the best way to get them out of that to use your mobility and your legs? Is that the best way to kind of stretch them out and keep their eyes elsewhere so it opens up more?
Yeah, I mean, I think I think there's several layers to that kind of situation as to how they're stopping Saquon, what they're doing to stop him, and then depending on what that is, certain opportunities present themselves. So I think you need to be a little more specific about what exactly the plan is, but there's a lot of things that are opened up off of Saquon and how well he's playing.
Obviously, you guys always want to run it, but against this defense, with the way they rush the passer, does it become even more of a focus, something that you have to have in order to be successful against this defense?
I mean, I think we're confident in our ability to run the ball and to throw the ball, and a lot of credit to their pass rush. They're good up front, but we'll try to do what we do from a run game standpoint and a pass game standpoint.
Would you be okay if Michael was less than 100%?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're not really focused on them, and we'll play as well as we can and control what we can.
You have any Thanksgiving football memories?
I've never played on Thanksgiving.
Never? Not even in high school?
Not even in high school. Watched a lot of Thanksgiving games, obviously, but first time playing. I'm excited.